Hello everyone, it is Nostalgia Gamer Princess back with... this is weird. I don't think it was this small last time, like the screen. Felt like it was full screen. Am I crazy? Maybe. I don't know. I was really tired last time. Let's look at the story so far. There we go. Responding to the summons of Doc's time-tossed DeLorean, Marty McFly travels to Prohibition-era Hill Valley to save his mentor from a hail of gangland bullets. After reuniting with Doc and bringing him up to speed about his impending doom, Doc concocts a plan to break him out of jail, befriend Doc's younger self, and persuade him to build a rocket-powered drill. Baller. I don't think the screen was this small. I'm very confused right now. Anyway, so I'm here to continue the game for a little bit. I'm not going to play too much, but to continue the game, as well as announce some stuff. Where did Doc say Marty could find a phone? A phone? Y'all, I was, like, falling asleep last time. Like, I legit, like, found myself waking up from, like, sleeping, like, sitting up. I do not remember talking about a phone. Anyway, so to announce some stuff, so one of the first things, first and foremost, oh, that's right, because I have to call him at home. That's what it was. Yeah, so the first and foremost, I had made a comment last time, like, I think it's been, like, about a week since I last played, and it's just been, like, plaguing my mind. I mentioned this a little bit on, like, the Jumpstart game, but, like, I had made a comment last time of, like, how wild it is, like, that he's in a different, like, time period, and, like, the woman on the street, like, I could, like, literally just, like, Marty would slap him, and, like, no one would do any, slap her, and no one would do anything about that. I've been thinking about that, and, like, even right after I said it, I was just like, oh shit, honestly, that might have gone too far. I usually start all my videos with, you know, nothing that I say is meant to offend any person, any gender, any group of people. And I think that might have taken it too far. Like, I wasn't even joking about it. It was literally just one of those things
Guess
of
I better
like,
go
wow,
to that
things are
soup kitchen and call Doc's house.
my bad. I'm glad he said something though. But yeah, it's just like one of those things where it's just like, oh, can you imagine like you're in a different time period, so people are wearing fucking like fedoras, not as like, you know, and I don't know, like an actual like it's required to wear hats to places. I don't know what kind of weird fashion things that they had it back in the day, or like you had to wear gloves, like kind of like you know how like in what's it called, Pride and Prejudice times, like touching like ungloved hands was like a huge thing or whatever. So like more something like that. But so like that's definitely not something to joke about. I never meant it as a joke. It was just like a wild times are wild, and like he would probably freak out over seeing like something like that happen in front of his very eyes, whereas then it was just like it's never okay, just letting you guys know, like slapping or abusing someone like then and now is never okay, and never like should have been okay, but then it was like legal. So that's how I meant it. It was never meant as a joke. I'm so sorry like if that went too far. It was never meant to be that far. I'll talk more about how ridiculous I am in a second. And so the thing is that like I might have like I listened to a little bit of like my last recording. Like I haven't even started to edit Back to the Future at all. But I listened back on my last recording because I was just like, did I say something super fucked up, or like did I actually attempt to make a joke out of this nonsense? But like so I already forgot what I was saying. I listened back on my old video, but why? Or my I have to answer the phone? Why? I'm not the owner of this establishment. Oh. I don't know what the hell's going
Brown
on.
residents.
Hi. Do you know where I can find Emmett Brown?
Young Master Brown is currently tending to his clerking duties at the courthouse. Who may I say is calling?
The courthouse? Doc never told me he worked at the courthouse.
I feel like I did this already. Maybe I saved at a weird time. But anyways, so, Right, I listened in because I literally could not, that's why I brought it up. I could literally not stop thinking about like what I might have said. And like, well, I did this already. Why the fuck am I doing this again? Am I not just gonna run into him right now and like he's not walking around anymore? Why am I replaying this? What the fuck? It didn't save properly or something. Anyway, I literally could not stop like thinking about it, and like I know I say some really like weird shit sometimes, but I never ever want to go too far and cross any boundaries. And like I was super afraid of like, oh no, did I cross a boundary? Like did I word it completely wrong? Did I actually try to make a joke about it?
Young Doc's in the
So-
courthouse. I hope I'll be able to recognize him.
Why didn't it save? Although I didn't really go too far like in the game. But so like I did explain this a little bit in the my Jumpstart second grade video. But so like I definitely have a history like looking back more and more and like thinking back on memories and like even thinking about like my knee-jerk reaction to stuff now. I definitely had issues with like anxious attachment like style issues. So like normally that would result in like I don't know if I like texted a friend of mine or a crush of mine and like I'll think back and be like, oh my God, I think I said something wrong. And then I'll literally like follow it up with like, I'm sorry, this is what I meant, and this is what I meant. And then over explaining it makes me seem crazy. But like, I'm so horribly like nervous about accidentally offending or upsetting someone. Even if it's just like a small little thing that I said that actually literally had no meaning. Like the amount of times that I've had people tell me to stop apologizing because they're like, this really didn't even affect me in any shape, way, or form. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna stop talking about it now because, like, like, again, this just, it wasn't meant to offend anyone. It was more just like, that's so weird that was, like, socially acceptable back in those days when it shouldn't have ever been socially acceptable in any shape, way, or form. At any time period. You should never put your hands on anyone. Ever. Unless it's with consent, but that's a whole other separate well, anyway, let's continue with the story and replay what we've already played before, and then I'll tell you my other bit of news.
Don't touch those! These are very sensitive legal documents. Nobody is supposed to handle them but sworn officers of the court. Judge Brown says so.
Judge Brown? Doc. Nice to meet you. I'm, Harry Callahan.
Emmett Brown. But I am a law clerk, not a doctor. Now please get out of my way. I have important business to transact.
Yeah, I never got past this stage. I love him. Emmett's amazing. Hey, Doc, slow the fuck down. I love that he talks to himself. I talk to myself all the time. Bruh! Oh yeah, I can run, can't I? Stop! Stop! Stop!
Force equals mass times acceleration, of course. That's Newton. But how many Newtons are required?
Listen, Emmett, you don't know me, but I'm your friend.
I'm not big on friends. They get in the way of work.
Oh shit, I got something important. What are you doing? I don't know. When will you be finished? Sorry.
So, Emmett, what time are you through with work?
Depends. On weeknights, Pop sometimes keeps me in the office till 9.
9 at night? But today's Saturday.
Right. So I probably won't get off before 10.
That's so fucked up. Alright. What are you doing?
What's this important business you're up to?
It's a legal matter. Very complicated, very abstruse. I need to obtain 5 sets of initials on every copy of this writ of indemnification before before Judge Brown can even think of granting a waiver to the party in the first part.
You have no idea what it's about, do you?
That's how important it is.
Anyway. I've got something important for you to do. I hear you're working on a rocket drill. Yeah.
Listen, I understand you're working on a new invention in your lab.
Invention? You must have me mixed up with somebody else. I'm in law. I have absolutely no interest in science.
Do I have to follow him inside? I'm assuming I have to follow him inside. Hey, buddy.
I better not. Those lawyers sound kind of nasty.
Well, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? Alright, but anyway, so the second bit of news, now that I've moved on, I'm trying to get better about my apologizing. So my other set of news is that job I was talking about, I got hired. So I start on Monday. I'm so very excited. I haven't had a job since July, really, and it's literally the last day of November. Hey, Doc, I need your help.
Psst, Doc.
Marty, have you found my younger self yet?
I saw my grandpa. Who cares about your younger self? Anyway.
Well, I met your younger self,
Great.
and I gotta say, you're kind of uptight.
What?
You won't even talk to me.
I find that hard to believe. Tell me what happened.
Emmett says he's not a scientist. Your younger self seems to mutter a lot. You seem very dedicated to the law. You seemed really dedicated to the law. Well, he says he's not a scientist.
I tried asking him about your rocket drill, but he says he's not a scientist.
What? What? Father.
What's he got to do with this?
In 1931, I was still deathly afraid of my father discovering the truth about my scientific predilections, so I carefully kept them under wraps, practicing science at odd hours, away from his prying eyes.
That sucks.
It sucked a lot. Fortunately, I eventually stood up to him, but right now, my younger self probably thinks you've been sent by my father to check up on me.
Oh, that sucks. How can I get Teen Doc to trust me? You seem very dedicated to law. Yeah, how do I get him to trust me?
What do I do to convince Teen Doc that I'm not a spy?
I'm not sure.
Thanks.
You know, your younger self seems really dedicated to the law.
It's a facade, I assure you. I had to keep up appearances to appease my father.
Damn.
Why does your younger self mutter all the time?
Muttering? Why would I be muttering? I never mutter unless... The Hill Valley Expo!
The expo?
Yes, the Expo! How could I have forgotten? In a few months, the younger me will put on a demonstration at the Hill Valley Exposition, my first public foray into the world of science. Everyone in town will be there, including a number of noted inventors who shaped my career.
Hey.
So, it was a big success?
No, it was a miserable failure, but it was a spectacularly miserable failure, one which marked my transition from an amateur garage scientist into a professional seeker of truth.
Way to go, bruh. Alright, well, there's nothing more that I can talk to you about, it looks like.
Let's talk about your younger self's problems later.
Okay, but don't forget we're on a bit of a deadline here.
Well, I tried asking how you can trust me, and you said you don't know, so what the fuck can I do now? Anyway, so, I honestly don't know if I've covered this or I've told you guys this yet. About, like, my job history and all that nonsense. Oh, hey, Emmett! What up, bro? I need to talk to you again. Please? Bruh.
Come on, wait up a minute.
You again? Can't you see I'm busy?
I'm sorry. I've got something important for you to do. How about quitting early? Come on, tell me about your rocket drill. Don't worry, I'm a scientist too.
See, I'm sort of in the science business myself. That's why I sought you out.
Not that I care in the least, because science is the furthest thing from my own area of interest, which is law, but I don't believe you.
It's true. I'm a scientist.
So tell me something, Mr. Scientist, from your vast storehouse of scientific knowledge.
The leg bone's connected to the thigh bone?
Amazing.
Got something important for you to do. I don't know.
Come on, Doc. Emmett, drop the Legal Eagle Act. I got something more important for you to do.
Mr. Callahan, I'll have you know that the law is the very mortar that holds society together, and we in the legal profession are like brick masons building the edifice of the future.
Your dad tell you that?
Every morning.
Aww. How about quitting early? Come on, tell me about rocket drill. I don't know which is... I forget what I did last time.
Okay, so you don't want your old man to know. That's fine. Listen, we all keep secrets. But I'm telling you, you can level with me about this science project of yours.
I am not a scientist. Go ahead, ask me what E equals.
MC squared.
What does E equal?
I have absolutely no idea. See? I don't know where you got your information from about me, mister, but you're wrong, wrong, wrong.
Well, damn.